Hello, I'm Jackson Hewett, Head of Business Video for The Australian, looking at some of the big stories driving the markets today. I'm joined by David Walker, who's Head of Equities for Stocks in Value. David, it came out last night that Myer did approach David Jones about a potential merger. Why would they do that?
Well, they're after the cost savings. Both retailers are caught with large legacy cost bases at a time of growing competition domestically and internationally from growing online retailers and international department stores and retail chains coming here. Now, this approach by Myer to David Jones says that Myer thinks the problem is a high cost base that stops it being price competitive. So any merger that happened, and Myer now has been outed as a buyer of David Jones, a potential acquirer, would achieve large cost savings. But it's hard to see any other strategic benefits from this. They both have very different offers. Myer's a mid-market offer, David Jones is a premium offer. The cost savings from any deal would only last so long before the competition brought its own average cost base down to that level as well. Mergers where the only rationale is cost savings don't tend to add much shareholder value in the long term. This looks like a defensive move. What
kind of cost savings could they have found?
Oh, well, who knows, possibly removal of duplication of two department stores in the same shopping mall. They're both actually very large buyers, especially of apparel, so there'd be cost savings there. Oh, there'd be substantial cost savings from combining the two. They're both very large retail operations.
Now, these companies have enjoyed a duopoly effectively for many, many years until the arrival of these foreign players. You've got the likes of Zara, Topshop, Marks and Spencer's coming in, H&M's coming in.
Yes.
I mean, they're really in a lot of trouble, aren't they, when it comes to competing with these very well run, very efficient foreign competitors?
They are, and it started about 15 years ago. And just as a side comment, the ACCC 15 years ago would not have even considered this because Myer and David Jones dominated the department store category. But now, any serious proposal eventually approved by the David Jones board, the ACCC would have to decide how it wants to interpret the market in which they now operate.
So I guess the big question for David Jones is, Paul Zara is leaving. There's lots of questions about whether the place is managed well. I mean, are you concerned about the way David Jones is run? Well,
both companies are going nowhere. They can't really grow their number of stores. Same store sales growth is hard for them. They're captive to the retail cycle. We're coming towards the end of a retail downturn, but it's been very difficult for them. David Jones' board is not very effective. There's been obviously no management succession planning for Paul Zara. You've got a CEO who is demotivated, doesn't want to be there. There's no visibility as to who the new CEO will be. When that new person starts, they will have to have a strategic review. That could take 6 to 9 months. The new strategy will take another 12 to 18 months to gain traction. Both companies are going nowhere. I mean, this deal, if it happens, will be one overvalued department store buying another, where the rationale for the merger is not particularly strategically compelling and defensive. So there's no reason for investors to own either of these stocks at the moment. David Jones is 20% overvalued.
David Walker, thanks very much.
My pleasure, thank you.